schools with lots of different choices. The second reason we believe we're a place of destination is that we have young people. Each year we graduate approximately 2,000 kids, and we have a young group of talented people who are ready to go into the workforce if that's what they choose to do. And so, that's okay. You'll hear me talk more and more about the workforce because times have changed since when I was in school. You don't necessarily have to have a college degree to make a decent living. And that was like a really hard thing for me to come to grips with because I'm an educator. So my thought is everyone goes to college. But everyone doesn't want to necessarily go to college. And everyone doesn't want to go to college right after high school. But we believe that we should still academically prepare our kids. So if they want to go to college, they should have the opportunity. In your packet, the very first sheet that you have says career-based learning. It shows you what happens in grades 3 through 12th grade to give our kids career readiness opportunities. So it starts in grade 3 and at the elementary schools in grades 5 through 8. Every single quarter, the kids learn about a different career cluster in a block of time that we call advisory. And we give the teachers the lessons so they can learn about these different careers. And by the time they finish their 8th grade year, they will know about all 16 nationally recognized careers. And that gives them a better idea of what they might want to do when they leave high school. So there's business, it's agriculture. Actually, the principal of Gamble, who came to speak with you a couple of weeks ago, he has an agriculture program in his school. Hospitality, human resources, IT. So we have lots of different programs that we have our kids that they can learn about. And then in 9th through 12th grade is where they start to get out into the world of work. Now this isn't for some kids, it's for all of our kids. It's for our kids who are really bright and our smartest kids, but it's also for our kids who have a disability. We send all of our kids out so that they can learn about what are the options out there in Cincinnati. The third reason we believe that Cincinnati should be a place of destination is because we want people to see Cincinnati Public Schools as a viable employer. And so we're working to recreate the employee experience within Cincinnati Public. So if I say to our teachers, to our principals, we want you to provide great customer service to our parents and our kids. But if you as an employee don't feel connected to the organization, or you don't feel that you're receiving great service, or you get your paycheck late, or it's not the right amount of money, then it's hard for you to pay that forward. And so we're working on our employee experience, so it's a place where people really want to be and where they really want to work. So as you can see, we have a lot of very exciting things happening within our district. Now, 3 years ago, we started a program called My Tomorrow. And it's called My Tomorrow because it's all about the future. And so it's for our high school students, so 7th through 12th grade. They are all a part of My Tomorrow. So they have all these career-based experiences. We have identified the careers in this region that are going unfilled because they aren't the skilled laborers. And we're making sure that our kids are getting those experiences, so if they're interested in that. We're also making sure that our kids have access to advanced placement courses. That's one of the things you really need to get into into college. But as we've looked at, quite honestly, what we offer to our high school students, we benchmark against the best schools, not just schools that look like our schools. So one school that we benchmark against is Walnut Hills High School. And although it requires a test to get into that school, they have some very core, fundamental, foundational, great practices that all of our kids need to have the advantage of. And advanced placement is one of them. Walnut Hills has one of the largest offerings of advanced placement courses across the nation. But what if I go to Woodworth or Aiken or Withrow? Shouldn't I have those types of advantages too? And the answer is yes. And so we're putting those types of services in our other schools. The reason advanced placement courses are so important is if you take an advanced placement course and there's a test that you take that's offered by advanced placement and you get between a 1 and a 5. If you get a 3 or higher on an advanced placement test, then it counts as college credit, which means it does one less course you have to take in college, which reduces also your college debt. So we're thinking about these things. We're thinking about that when our kids graduate, we want to make sure they're already ready for their next place. So again, we're not about just graduating our kids, giving them diplomas and walking them across the stage. And so we're counting right now to see how many kids are going into the military, how many have been accepted, how many kids have been accepted into a college, 2-year, 4-year trade school, how many kids are going into the world of work. And where kids have not identified what they're doing, we have staff who are working with them to get them to their next place so that they don't fall behind once they leave Cincinnati Public Schools. Last year, our students, our graduating class, they earned $70 million in scholarships, which is huge. It means that more of our kids are going to college, but more importantly, more of our kids are getting the dollars to go to college so that they won't have these high loans and debt once they finish. It would be remiss of me if I didn't talk about partners. Our partners are the people who actually make a lot of this happen. To be honest with you, we can never have enough money in Cincinnati Public to do all these wonderful things. And so we are so blessed to have generous partners who work with us on a regular basis. When we started My Tomorrow, getting our kids ready for life beyond CPS, the chamber came to us and said, what can we do to help you? And I said, well, you can build for me, help me build a network of employers who will allow our kids into their workplace for career-based experience. Help me find people who will give our kids interviewing skills, who will let them job shadow them, who will allow them to do a resume review with them. And so the chamber created such a group for us to be able to work with, and it's called the BECC, Business Connectivity Education Council, and they work with us to give our kids these experiences. So when I think about, let's talk about like real concrete terms. Kids being able to make a decent living upon graduation. So there are some students in 2 of our high schools this year who've already identified that next year they're not going to college, but they're interested in logistics, how to move things from place to place. And so we've partnered with Cincinnati State, Cincinnati Works, Partners for Competitive Workforce, DHL, and PNC Bank. And the professor from Cincinnati State comes onto our campus, and the professor is teaching 2 8-week logistic courses in which the kids will receive a certification. PNC Bank, while they're teaching those logistic courses, are also teaching financial literacy. So they're teaching kids about how do you earn money, how do you save money, how do you spend your money, how do you dedicate it to things that you want to do in the future. And then DHL has come to partner with us because they have given kids paid co-op opportunities through these through their courses. And we said to DHL, but our kids don't have transportation to get to DHL, which is across the river. And DHL, they send a bus over to pick the kids up, take them to work, bring them back at the end of the day so that they can have transportation there. Those are the types of rich partnerships that we're talking about, that we're so excited about. DHL has agreed to hire our kids upon graduation if they make it through their 2 8-week courses and if they do well during their co-op. They will get full benefits and tuition reimbursements should they decide to go to college. Those are the types of partnerships we're talking about. Not just giving our kids job shadowing, but getting them into jobs where they can make a decent living. We started a couple of pipelines from high school to college. So this year we partnered with UC to create an IT pipeline of 9th graders who are currently taking the first year courses at UC. So 9th through 12th grade, they will take these courses, and upon graduation, they will have completed their freshman year and will be automatically admitted into the IT school at UC as a sophomore. So those are the types of rich partnerships that we have within our district. I'm really excited about, yesterday we launched a brand new program, and it's called Cybersecurity Academy. So Belcan Company, which is a local company, came to Cincinnati Public and said there are literally thousands of jobs across the United States where we have a need for cybersecurity and we don't have people to go into those jobs. When we think about the fact that a lot of people do online banking, how much you use your credit card, your ID and that security is at risk all the time. So they need more and more people to go into cybersecurity. And so Belcan came to us and said, we want to build a program with you where we will take a group of 10th graders this year and start them into a cybersecurity program at your campus. Belcan, they are paying $8,000 per student. We have 27 students who are in this program right now. And we launched this and did a press conference regarding it yesterday down at Taft IT School. And so we have a group of sophomores who have started there, which is really scary to me, but hacking 101. Yes, we've had to button down our security system. But we're actually teaching them, Belcan is teaching them the fundamentals of cybersecurity. Upon graduation, they will receive a cybersecurity certificate. Belcan has agreed and has committed to hiring the young people who make it through that coursework and can pass an FBI check making $50,000 a year. So those are the type of experiences that we're talking about we want our kids to have. So quite honestly, long gone are the days where you have to have a college education to make a decent living. Many kids are going into IT and other forms of social media and digital media that don't require a 4-year degree. We're still going to push it, but we're also going to give our kids those opportunities